Brothers. It's your boy Domination. I'm back. I get it again. The only place, only place we're gonna get it. Only place we're gonna get it. And back to the basic. Back to the basic again. I'm back. I know y'all saw part one. Hip hop. Don't stop the music. But this is part two. This is part two because, like I said again, I grew up with hip hop and rap, man. For years, man, it grew a part of me, and I see how hip hop changed. Hip hop is just like a newborn baby girl. When a girl all grown up, it's just like Common said, I used to love her. Then she came out, turned out tricking and turned out trick. Everybody abuse her and not love her like she should be. Common was talk about that in a song I used to love. Because I used to love hip-hop, but I don't love it no more because they turn her out. And that's what hip-hop did now. It turned out like a trick of a treatment of tricks. And it's sad. And hip-hop, in general of hip-hop need to go back on that. But anybody that know that all the pioneers and the golden years of hip hop and the new generation of hip hop, because I'm telling you, man, hip hop do save my life and it save your life too. But I know y'all saw part one, but this is part two, and here's another video why anybody would think. I'm gonna say it again. Do you think hip hop responsible? Is it or is it not? And here's the video if it is responsible or not. It can keep it go on or keep it not to go on, but it got to go on. All right? Here's the video.
Dead in hip hop conversations. Mike's in town, dead in hip hop conversations. Here with Night Wonder. What's good, homie? Dead in hip hop. I do see the conflict with Gucci Mane going to speak to kids. But
my kid would have stayed home that day. Straight up. Yeah.
But I think it's still a good thing that he's doing, though. Because at least he's, depending on, and obviously he has to have a positive message, right, to these kids. Don't judge.
I'm not.
If he's going to speak to kids, he's not going to go in there talking about, go put a tattoo on your face and shit like that. He's going to probably say, yo, kids, you need to do X, Y, and Z, and blah, 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 blah.
It's like a positive speaker coming and saying, hey, don't do drugs, just stay clean, and then you up in there. Right. Just going crazy. They seeing you on TV or in the music video going crazy.
And what's up with that? And I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, there's the music and the art, and then there's the where you can separate that out.
Put yourself in a kid's.
No, I agree with Ken.
No, I agree with Ken too from an adult standpoint. Put yourself in the mind of a child. Oh, you that speech is going to last for the duration of that speech. And then after this, you're going to go right back to listening to his music. Now, which one are you going to remember more? The speech where he said, stay in school, don't do drugs? Or are you going to remember his albums where he's saying, fuck school, do drugs?
But at least you have something to conflict at that point. You have some goodwill. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I'm just saying, at least you do have that.
You do have that, but that only lasts for a very short period of time.
People will judge him.
His albums are eternal. If Spice One would have came and talked in my school, I would have been like, okay, yeah, cool, Spice One, yeah, stay in school. The trick got no heart. Running in the crack house. Walk past crack house, school and shit.
But then Spice One just tell you that that's just music. Don't take it as that.
You're a child, Ken. As a kid, you're a kid.
But it helps though. Come on, man.
As a kid, I'm gonna be amazed, but after that, I'm going right back.
I'd rather put him in making a attempt trying to do the.
I'm sorry.
Doing anything at all.
I mean, no, I do agree with you with that.
Yeah.
Something is better than nothing. But at the same time, you're not really helping situations because all you're doing is you're giving an hour-long speech, but your albums are still there. And as a child, I'm going to remember your music before I remember that speech.
I spoke with.
It was definitely Urban
Let's
Kids.
assume it was Urban Kids, and then that's when they messed up.
Okay, so let's assume that Gucci was talking to urban kids. If you're talking to urban kids that see drug dealers every day, that see crack houses every day, that see people getting shot at every day, then you hear that shit in the music of a man that's in front of your class with an ice cream cone on his face. Now, not clowning, I'm just saying. But this is a man that's in front of your class with an ice cream cone on his face, and his music talks about all these things that you see, and then he's telling you, oh, that's not reality. I'm just making entertainment. You really think that, I'm not even going to say a 6-year-old, I'm talking about a 13-year-old. You really think a 13-year-old is going to look at Gucci and say, you know what, Gucci's telling the truth? No, they're going to say, no, he's really in that life, but he has to do this for some reason. Or he's posturing to us because we're kids. They're not going to believe him.
So what's the difference between like an inmate coming to school talking to kids?
A what?
An inmate coming to school talking to kids.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how the guys in prison come to school talking to kids? Y'all never had
Because
an inmate?
An inmate?
I mean, not inmate, but like, you know, yeah.
No, I feel you. Like an ex-con.
Right, yeah, just
because it's an ex. The con is not currently, or you can assume he is, but you don't know for a fact.
Right.
Now, if the con was going around the town and telling everybody that he's shooting people still, and then comes to your school and says, don't murder people, it's the same fucking thing.
But no, that's the same situation with the rappers. They said, you know,
Exactly.
Jay-Z has said, you know, this is what I did to get to this point. You don't have to do what I did.
That's what they're coming. That's the message.
But is Jay-Z still talking about that?
Yeah, exactly. Jay-Z's different. He's not a good, because that's what came through my head, and I'm like, Jay-Z doesn't apply in this situation, because Jay-Z has completely left that alone. He doesn't rap about that anymore.
And you can look at that and you can tell he ain't really about that life no more.
Yeah.
But look at Gucci. These kids are not as dumb as it sounds like some people are giving or are making them out to be. You can look at the situation and you say, oh, Gucci's saying I don't do this stuff anymore, but then how long ago did he kill somebody? That was what, 2-3 years ago, right?
Did he?
Was it even sooner than that? Attempted murder?
Something like that.
Come on.
And then the thing with the chick that he pushed out the car, like
he still does these things.
Do the kids actually know that though?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it's public knowledge.
It's public knowledge. These kids know this shit. Right. So you can't tell me that he's helping situations by doing all this stuff in real life.
Why can they
and then
look at him like a hypocrite then?
They will. That's the point.
But the thing is,
that's the point. They will look at him as a hypocrite.
It all depends on, again, it all depends on who you're speaking to, because, like what you were saying, if you're talking to like second, third graders, they're not gonna think like that. They probably don't even know what the fuck
That goes back to Mike. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, oh, he doesn't do that. Oh, cool. And the song comes back on. Oh, he does do that.
Right.
As a 7-year-old,
my thing is, at least he did his job.
So as that 7-year-old gets older, you know, does his mentality change at all, or do you think that he stays in that same?
It all goes back to what B was saying, because then it comes down to parenting.
Right.
Because then if let's just, for example, if your kid comes home from school and it's like, oh, we met Gucci Mane today. And you're like, oh shit, you're a fucking spaz. Because he said it. He's like, I'll leave my kid at home.
I definitely would have left my kid.
You know what I'm saying? But if your kid just comes home and it's like, oh shit, you know, we met Gucci Mane at school today. What are you going to say? What did he talk about?
That's exactly my
first thing you're going to say, what did he talk about?
What did he
tell you? He talked about how he only makes this music for entertainment.
Right.
I'm going to tell my kid, okay, cool, you should believe that. But first of all, my kid wouldn't be listening to Gucci Mane anyway.
Exactly.
But like this all goes back, like M said, you know, don't blame me because little Eric jumped off the terrace. Right. You should have been watching him. Apparently, you ain't parents.
Right.
That's precisely
anyway.
Huh?
But they're gonna blame them anyway.
But that's what I'm saying. That goes back to B's point. You can't blame somebody else for doing something when you, as an adult, should have been paying attention. I would have known prior that Gucci Mane was coming to speak at school.
Yep.
My kid would not have been in that room. Because the last thing I want my kid seeing is, first of all, I don't want my kid seeing a dude walking in school with an ice cream cone tattooed on his face.
They see it every day anyway.
I know, but they don't need to see him at school. They can see him. They can see him when I have no control over it.
And the thing is,
nah, man, like,
and the thing is, even if
shelter your
Even if I am, but it's Gucci Mane. I don't need Gucci Mane coming to tell my kids shit.
All right, 50 Cent. Take Gucci.
I don't need
At the end of the day, if a random fucking if he goes to the school and a random kid doesn't know who he is, he's automatically going to be like, okay, well, he's a celebrity. This is what he looks like. He's telling me to do this, but he's already going to be like a role model to them. So they're going to follow that.
But I like the point that you made, like the fact that they came to school and they're going to come back to home telling the parents, like, oh, well, we met Gucci Mane today. Yo, what did he talk about? Oh, he talked about this. Well, yeah, that's what you need. Like, the stuff you hear on the radio, that's not necessarily what...
Coaching tip.
It's a coaching tip. It gives you an opportunity to open up that dialogue with your child.
Or you do it anyway. If you're a parent, you should already be doing it.
You can.
It does not
take, but that just gives validation.
Gucci Mane to bring that shit up.
And I'm not saying that it does.
Right.
But what it does do is validate and give you extra, what you've been saying. See, this is what I've been telling you. It is entertainment, and it is that. See, he came to your school and said that. So now you can just I mean, I just
but then that makes you look stupid because then your kid goes and sees Gucci Mane throwing people out of a car and killing people, and then they come back and they say, "But Daddy, I thought you said it was just entertainment, but he just killed somebody."
When do you see that though?
It's on the news, or maybe he goes to school and one of his friends tells him. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that Gucci Mane threw somebody out of the car last week?
That could be anyone.
So that's the whole point, Rod. You're saying that opens up dialogue. I'm gonna keep cutting you off, but I'm saying you keep saying that's gonna open up dialogue, but at the same time. This little kid's gonna come back to you and go off what you said. Yeah, son, Gucci Mane is telling you the truth. That is just entertainment. He doesn't really do that. But then he goes and hears from one of his friends that Gucci Mane just shot somebody. Right. Then he's coming back to you and be like, "Daddy, you told me that wasn't true."
Right. And then it goes back to me.
Right.
With the parents.
Exactly.
Right. So it's like, okay, say you talk to that, if your kids say, "Hey, I the Gucci Mane," and then you tell them, "Yeah, that's the difference, blase." Right. They still do that or whatever. Who do you blame?
And my thing is, even if he does do that after that,
who do you blame?
It's just entertainment. Well, I would tell him, well, you don't need to be doing that shit, period.
Who do you blame?
That's Gucci Mane. That's the lifestyle he lives. But that does give me an opportunity to open up that dialogue.
You already said though, Rob.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but it opens up dialogue.
But it makes you sound bad because you first said, yes, it does, because you first said that he doesn't do that. And then when Gucci Mane does it, entertainment, and then you take your words back.
Okay, if I had to take my words back, that's life. That's. I mean, anybody can change who they are.
But do you feel some type of way with Chris Brown talking to your daughter at school about domestic violence?
There you go.
No, I'm just being honest.
Fuck that. Let him finish.
Would you be comfortable with that?
If he said himself that it was a mistake and all this, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I did it, you know what I'm saying? And it was a mistake, and you shouldn't do that. Who better else is it to say that than Chris Brown?
You and hearing it from a celebrity, which at some point as kids they're gonna kind of look up to anyway.
Go back and beat up Rihanna again.
But that's not my fault. But that's my thing. I'm just saying, that's my thing. But see, that's my thing. I can't control that. I can't control that. So if he proves me wrong, hey, whatever. I mean, I can't control that. That was him. So at the end of the day, just don't follow that.
I'm not gonna back up any of that shit. I'd rather
it's not that I'm backing up. So I'm backing up the words that they said at the
exactly, but those words you end up eating them, right?
Okay, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's exactly what I say. Yeah, he said that, but he may go out and do it again. Who knows? But I can just add that into my conversation. All I'm saying is that adds dialogue.
But that's Chris Brown. I'm going back to Gucci. Gucci is still currently doing these things.
Is he really currently doing it?
Yes. How long ago did he throw that chick out the car?
He just spoke to the kids last week, though.
Right.
And the situation that he brought up was
Breakfast Club talking about ain't nobody fucking with him because what? They gonna be gone. How long ago was that? How long ago was that? That Breakfast Club was recent.
When did he speak to the kids? I thought it was last week. I thought
he did, but the Breakfast Club interview was what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. It was longer than that.
Maybe it wasn't that long.
Maybe a month ago.
Give me a timeline. A timeline.
A year ago to the code, the kids last week or so.
Okay.
The Breakfast Club interview was maybe a month ago.
It was about 2-3 weeks before that. And then the whole incident was like a year before that.
Right. So what I'm saying is that him speaking to the kids, he could potentially address all of those situations and say, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. right? Because that's stuff that has occurred in his past. But since he has spoken to the kids, we have no record of Gucci Mane doing anything silly.
Yes, you do, because it was a month ago when he was.
No, I'm talking about. I said after he spoke with the kids, not prior.
It doesn't matter because kids are gonna go find that shit. They're gonna be like,
they already know the shit, Mike.
They might not, Ken. Okay. After he comes and speaks to them, they might go look this up and be like, wait a minute, Gucci told me today that he doesn't do this, but a month ago he was saying he did. So it's like,
no, Gucci may have said, this is what I have done. I don't do this anymore.
A month ago.
Doesn't matter. If Gucci went, how doesn't matter, dog? No, it doesn't matter.
It's your voice, bro. Nobody's yelling yet. I'm not. This is a perfectly calm conversation.
I have a comment to make. How would you feel, Rod, if your daughter, I don't know, you got a kid too, but how would you feel if Gucci Mane came to their school? Okay. And he said he filled their heads up with all this shit that he wants people to, the kids to perceive him as. And then your kid says, I want to go to the Gucci Mane concert. What will you do?
Well, I want to get a Gucci Mane album.
Right.
Because he sounds like a cool guy.
He sounds like a cool guy.
I've been just telling the truth. Well, Gucci Mane doesn't necessarily make that type of music.
Well, why is he making that kind of music, Daddy? But he's such a good guy.
I'll become a parent.
So then you're conflicting your child because Gucci Mane himself just told your kids that he lives this life, that he wants them to do this, that, and the other. But then you won't let him.
So you say he basically lied? He came there and lied?
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
I'll say it.
But I'm saying, but how you know this dude went there and lied?
Yeah.
I'm not saying
because
that's
a
hypothetical.
All I can do is base it on what I know of Gucci. That's all any of us can do. So why should I give him the benefit of the doubt? I don't know him.
So you don't think how many appearances to little kids or
so you seriously don't think this guy went to school with a positive message?
I'm sorry?
You seriously don't think this dude is capable of talking about a positive message?
No. Michael Jordan would serve as a positive message for me and my kids.
Oh, shit.
Chronic gambling addiction.
Right. I mean, what the fuck?
But Jordan doesn't get in trouble for this shit. He got the money for it.
He can gamble all he wants.
Exactly. He got the money for it too.
And if my kid wants to make a bunch of money and gamble, do it. But I don't want you in the street tattooing an ice cream cone on your face and killing people.
Right.
I don't see what I really don't follow what you guys are saying.
I don't see how. I don't think it's that.
Look, here's the thing, man.
Gucci Mane.
At least what I'm taking from this, look, Gucci is still going to be Gucci, and Gucci is still going to do a whole bunch of this fucked up shit. Right? Because he hasn't stopped. He's done fucked up shit. He's gotten in trouble for it. He's done his time, and he's right back to it, right?
Not since the speech.
That was a week ago, Cam.
Exactly.
We can't. Yes, it does matter.
No, it does matter because
Give him time.
Wait. Now, hold on. I have not really said anything in this conversation. Let me get my shit out.
I want to say something too after you say your shit.
Look, as a role model, I have to agree with Mike. I don't want a guy that lives this way and then talks that way, and then he's always that way. You see what I'm saying? That's not bullshit.
I'm gonna tell you why it's some bullshit.
That's not bullshit,
I'm gonna tell you why it's some bullshit. Because like, I grew up around dope dealers, killers in my neighborhood. And they always came to us talking about, look, I do this type of stuff, you don't need to do this, and the third. That's exactly what he's doing in the school. It's the same shit.
No, look, my dad was a dope dealer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what? Okay, go keep
No, because I saw that other side of their life.
All right.
And I made a decision from an early age. I'm not going that route.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I had like my mom told me a lot of things that I wasn't supposed to know at that age. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew the game. Like I knew, I can't fuck with this. You know what I'm saying? But that was my father. Okay. And that's different. But he never, outside of making money, he never had those type of conflicts. Or at least he did not bring that to the household where I saw that. The images that I know of my father outside of what he did to make money were positive.
Okay.
So you
think he still knew he did it,
but he's saying he wasn't flaunting it in his face the way Gucci is.
Exactly.
And to your point, Rod, the reason it's not some bullshit is because, yeah, fine, you grew up around drug dealers and they told you don't do this. That worked for you, Rod. That doesn't work for everybody. Some kid will see that, and even though he's saying, yes, I deal drugs, I kill people, but you shouldn't do this, They're gonna be like, fuck that. What you're doing got you that ride. What you did got you the respect in the street. I'm doing what you did, no matter what the fuck you said.
But all I'm saying is help
some
somebody.
bullshit.
All I'm
It helps
saying is help
somebody, but
somebody.
it fucks somebody else.
Okay, but if nobody's talking about it, that can fuck people up too.
Right,
Because now you left thinking, coming up with your own idea.
You know what? What we need is a different type of role model coming to the school and speaking. I don't need Gucci.
So you don't think you feel some type of way with
All I'm
Jay-Z?
saying is that, no, I'd be fine with Jay-Z coming to speak to. I'd be fine with 50, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't be fine with 50. I take that back. I wouldn't be fine with 50. I don't know if I'd be fine with T.I. either. Because
like,
why is that crazy,
Why
Rob?
you don't want people that's actually in the game and
Who can speak from experience?
Because they sound like hypocrites. I don't need to do that.
I don't want somebody. I'm not gonna relate to somebody that I don't think that's not doing it. I'm like, this dude don't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is boring. But if I see somebody like,
but you're gonna say, oh, but this guy's coming here and he raps about killing people.
So you rather have T.I. come to your school to talk to your daughter versus a doctor?
No, I'm not saying that. No, come on now. I'm not saying that.
But that's not what you're saying, though, Rob.
Yeah,
I can't relate to that person. That's what you said.
No, I'm just saying that's from a different perspective. That's a doctor. The doctor's going to talk about what he knows about, right? So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. A rapper's going to talk about what he knows about. A killer's going to talk about what he knows about. So I'm fine with that person talking about what they know about. No, I don't want a doctor coming and telling me, no, you shouldn't listen to rap music and all that. I want a rapper to come tell me that.
That's not what I was saying, Ron.
No, I'm just asking his question.
No, but I'm saying you shot down what I said. I said I would rather a different type of role model come speak to my kids. And you said I wouldn't want that because I can't relate to that person. That's what you said.
You misunderstood what I said. I was saying that I don't want.
That's why I was asking you to clarify it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that basically everything I just said. I don't want a doctor coming telling me about a killer. I don't want unless he's what I'm saying.
Nobody was saying that, Ron.
They can't escape the reality of a 50 Cent or a Gucci Man, period.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, they're still listening. They still know what's going on. They're still going to watch the videos. So if Gucci Man or 50 Cent or Plug In, whoever you want to go in there and say, hey, this is this.
But you know what? But that goes beyond that because that school should not allow that type of a Gucci Man. Like there's certain. No, it's not. Look.
Because parenting and schooling sometimes they go hand in fucking hand.
Exactly. You have to look, man. To raise a child, it takes a tribe. You know what I'm saying? It takes a tribe. It takes the school. It takes the principal. It takes the teacher. It takes the parent. It takes the friends. It takes the parents that of those friends. It takes everybody to raise a kid the right way. And as the responsibility of that school, it is up to them to bring in role models that have a positive message and also Gucci's a role model, bro.
What do you mean? Gucci is a role model?
I'm asking.
You about to shoot your point down, kid.
Exactly.
You might want to evaluate that one, bro.
To bring in role models that kids should be like and emulate. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't hip hop artists that shouldn't be there. I'm not saying this kind of all hip hop. No. There are great role models in hip hop. What I'm saying is Gucci is not one of them. I don't necessarily. But X-Con isn't the role model either. It isn't. X-Con isn't the role model either. No, I understand that, but that serves a different purpose, and it depends on how he's living at the same time because he's incarcerated now. He's not up to the same stuff. He's doing time. So if you did what he did, now you're gonna be in here for 75 years, bro, or your whole life. All I'm saying is that's not a role model. I'm not saying that. I'm not calling that person a role model.
Portraying him as a role model by bringing him in and speaking to him.
The school's bringing in real life experience. The fact of the matter is, Gucci is a celebrity, man.
So what type of real life experience is Gucci talking about, bro? His life that he lives. What does that entail? What does that entail? What does that entail? Why are you not answering the question?
No. Time out. Are you trying to tell me that shit is?
So calm down before they think.
Are you trying to tell me that shit is not reality? Are you trying to tell me that what Gucci has done is not reality, and that in their lifetime?
That's his reality.
But what I'm asking you is that with Gucci coming into school or without Gucci coming into school, is there a way for them not to be exposed to that?
What's the difference of the school getting a local dope boy to come in and talk to these kids? What's the difference?
To a local dope.
Why not? I did. Why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
No. He's not saying. No. I see exactly where he's going, and I think you're digging a hole that's not going to really you're not going to get out of. You should really think before you go.
Because you're talking real life experience. Honestly, to hear Gucci's story, I'd rather talk to a local dope boy to figure out what he's doing. Because Gucci is so far removed from that. He just has the paper. He's like, hey, go handle this.
Exactly.
And then, it's Gucci did it. It's a different life, bro.
Look at the Jeezy and Gucci situation. They wasn't doing it. They had their goons go do it.
It is the responsibility of the parents. And I understand. Wait, hold on. And I understand that sometimes the parents aren't there. But when the parents aren't there and the kid is at school, Gucci Man should be coming to that school.
And those kids are talking to the fucking local drug dealer, dog.
And I'm not saying that.
I will. Think about this. If you're talking about an urban community, a lot of time, anyone that grew up in an urban community can answer this question. Who were you looking up to when you were in that urban, poor, broke down
had
community?
money?
Exactly. Who had the money?
Thank you.
So those were your role models. Your role models were pimps and drug dealers and gangbangers. When you're that poor, you weren't looking up to Bill Cosby. You were looking up to Eazy-E.
Woo! You hear that, folks? You hear that? But they all right about one thing though. When I look at Gucci Man to me, I don't sit at him as a role model, and so is Lil Boosie. Now it's good they give him community and stuff like that, and it's good. You got some bad people that do got good in them, telling them don't be like us, don't imitation like us, be better than us, what we is and what we are. That what we should have been years ago. I look at it like that, but I agree that I look at like Chuck D or Chuck D or or all these the ones Chuck D or Chuck D, really Chuck D or Curtis Blow. They like a role models in some sense, but these other rappers, man, no. Because you got to understand, man, if you don't like to be judged, you're getting judged on. I see hip-hop, it grows to then and grow to now, and it's just like, the last time I listened to radio, that was like 2009. I started listening to radio ever since because I'm tired of hearing the same old thing. I'm tired of it. They play the same 13 songs all the time. And I think hip-hop do need to change. A lot more do take responsibility. At the same time, at the end of the day, you got to enjoy the music. It ain't nothing but music. And at the entertainment, because people love to entertain. Have you not entertained yet? Or they got entertained they need. All right? All right. And I know y'all saw part 1, and this is part 2. And that's the topic of the basic we're going to talk about today. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chuck of the Deuce is how we do it, Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out.